Everything in reality that you're able to manifest and attract to yourself is vibration based. Whatever vibration you're offering from within is what attracts the similar vibrations to you. So it's extremely true that you can actually make more money doing what you love than you could possibly ever make doing something that you don't love. Many people believe that the way you make money in this reality is by sacrificing your time and effort, and that you have to do things that you don't want to do. That's the majority of belief. Now, growing up in a society like this and being so surrounded by these vibrations that others are emphasizing, you've learned to kind of mold and become these vibrations yourself, similar to that of Plato. You're a very malleable being, and you're very receptive, you see, to vibrations, because this is a vibrational universe. So when you were born into the situation you were born into, most of us, I also experienced this, growing up in a situation, in a family, in a reality where it was always, money doesn't grow on trees. You've got to work hard. You've got to get good grades. You've got to go off to school. You've got to make sure that you figure something out that will work really well, that you can make money with, you see. And essentially what I'd like to reflect to you is that I picked up on that vibration. And because I picked up on it, I started putting out a vibration that says that that was true. And that's what I experienced. And I experienced it for a very long time. I used to work very hard at many different jobs. I was a clerk at a store. I worked at a pharmacy. I also worked at Chili's as a waiter for like 5 years. And I'd like for you to know that I've discovered something that is absolute. It is not just true based on your beliefs, by the way, and I'll explain this to you. It is true because it is fundamental to who you really are. When you do what you love, you feel really good because you get to do what you love. That feels damn awesome. I'm telling you, it's incredible to be able to do whatever you want to do in every single moment and always be able to act on your passion and be supported by that. And I'm telling you that it's not that I got lucky. It's that I learned about vibrational attraction, and I learned that the better you feel, the more you attract better things to yourself, because our reality is vibration based. And what I'd really like to explain to you in this video is that when you do what you love, you feel good. And when you feel good, you attract good feeling things like money. When you wake up exhausted, in pain, because you have to go to a job that you don't like, and you feel like you're sacrificing your freedom, your time, your energy, that is a lower vibration, you see. And when you feel bad, you end up vibrationally attracting to yourself more things that feel bad. And you get yourself into this cycle where there's like a cap to how much money you can really make. And you might have put in a lot of work to be able to get to the place that you're at now, to make the amount of money that you make doing what you love. And I understand that you might be someone who's supporting a family and other people too. So I personally can't relate to that. I started doing what I love from a young age, so I've been able to discover this success for myself before anybody depended on me. So I'd like to offer from my human self here to you appreciation that I get it, that I don't get it. I don't get what that's like to feel that weight. But it's not my intention in this video to level with you in that way. It's not. It's my intention to tell you something from your inner being that your inner being would love for you to know. If you are currently working a job that you're very invested in, but you really don't like and it's draining and killing you, or if you're someone that has a dream or some kind of passion you want to start building into a business, I want you to know that I understand what it's like to have money be the biggest fear that holds you back. Because I knew that I wanted to do this for basically like, I want to say like 5 or 6 months before I actually started. I even bought the ring light and the camera for myself, and I didn't even use it for like 6 months. And I just kept going to work, and I just kept hating it, and I just kept hating it. I just kept feeling lower and lower. And I just kept wondering, when am I going to finally be ready to do this? Like, when is it going to get to that point? And I finally just said within myself, honestly, I really made a huge vibration shift. I said, I'm done. I'm doing it. I'm going to start making my videos right now. And the craziest thing is 2 weeks after I started making videos, I was ready to quit my job. I was ready. I was going in to quit. But guess what happened? That whole pandemic thing that was going on, I go into work to quit and my boss tells me I've got to go home. But don't worry, we're going to pay you for the next few months, right? And I thought to myself, oh my God, I am now being paid to be able to start this career for myself. Now, I want to let you know that that wasn't just luck. You are an extremely powerful being, and when you commit yourself to feeling good and doing what you love, it is our promise to you, the deepest, sincere promise, that everything that you need will manifest perfectly for you to be able to do it. You just have to make that shift within yourself. You have to allow yourself to start. Now, let's go ahead and say that, like I said, you're very invested in your current job and you need that money and you support your family or whatever that is for you. Okay, I understand. Now, what I'd like for you to know is that if you could start focusing on good aspects of your job that make you feel better, then you could actually start raising your vibration to a better state where you would start being able to attract the ability to do your passion more. And you might find that all of a sudden you actually start making money at that. See, the point here is that you've got to shift your internal vibration first to be able to receive that. So if you wake up every morning and you feel like crap because you've got to go to your 9 to 5 or whatever it is for you, I want to let you know that if you keep focusing on how you don't want to be there, it doesn't feel good to focus on that. It feels bad and you'll feel worse and worse. And what you'll actually end up doing is digging yourself deeper and deeper into this hole where you have to be there. Because that's the vibe you're putting out. You're saying, I have to be here. I need this. I hate that I have to do this. I wish society wasn't like this. So what I'd like for you to understand that I've learned is that if you could start, instead of looking at those aspects of your job, start looking at the good, positive aspects, right? It could be as simple as this. Oh, I'm really excited that my other coworker's working on this shift. We always have a good time together. It's going to be nice to hang out with them today. Oh, I really love that this supports me, that I'm able to come home and eat a nice meal and feed my family. You see, so start focusing on the aspects of your job that are good, that you do enjoy. It does sustain you. It does give you liberation in your life. It does. It doesn't have to be a source of pain and suffering. So my point in this video is not to tell you to quit your job and jump off a cliff, okay? That's not. Because if you haven't shifted your internal vibration, you'll hit the ground. And you'll sit there all broken and you'll wonder, why didn't what Nathan say works? Because you can't jump off a cliff if you don't actually believe that you can fly. It doesn't work that way. You've got to discover that you can fly first. And what I'm trying to offer you in this video is the biggest ultimate truth that you can make far more money doing what you love because it puts you in a very positive momentum. But if you want to keep working your job, that's your choice. If you don't feel like you're ready to move towards your passion project or dedicate yourself to it fully, it is none of my business to tell you that you're wrong, because there's no such thing as that. Everything will happen in perfect timing. That's a promise. It always does. But you can start feeling better now and start getting in a better flow. And when you start focusing on the things about your job that are good and that do feel good, you'll feel better. And it is seriously crazy that you'll start to notice that either A, there's a few things that might happen. You might all of a sudden discover, I actually really do like my job. I think I was just being negative for a while and had my head up my butt, you know? I don't even need to do anything else. I actually really like this. I like the way it feels. So you might discover that you're good with the way that things are. And that's going to feel really good to you. I promise you. And when you feel that kind of goodness, I promise you, you'll also start getting raises and shifting upwards and finding even better aspects. They'll start hiring new coworkers that are even more fun for you to hang out with, because that's what happens when you raise your vibration. Seriously. So you might find that you don't even need to leave anymore. You discover you love it. And so it becomes even better and better. The next thing that might happen is you might find that it's not so bad. And now you even have more energy. And so when you go home, instead of being exhausted and needing to smoke and pound down a bunch of food and watch and binge TV shows, now instead you go home and you're just pumped. You feel really good. So you start working on your passion project. You start writing your blogs. You start making your videos. Whatever it is, you start building your website. Whatever it is, you'll have the energy to do it because you've discovered how to feel better. You've discovered how to stop draining your energy into things that make you feel bad. And you've discovered how to keep really good vibes for yourself, you see. The next thing that might happen is when you start focusing on the good things and you start discovering that vibration within you, there's some other things that might happen. Your boss might fire you, and that might blow your freaking mind. I'd like to tell you guys something. I believe that Ruby will not be mad at me for sharing this. Ruby and I were talking about how, she wants to be a very successful entrepreneur and manage her own business and sell her art and put on festivals and events, right? That she wants to do all these amazing things. But she'd been working at a coffee shop here in Sedona for a while to help pay our rent. Now, what ended up happening is we started shifting vibration really hard. We really felt this positive shift within us, that it felt really good. We were feeling super wealthy. And Ruby wakes up in the morning with a text from her boss saying, "You're fired," with literally no reason at all. Like just completely just blacklisted. No reason at all. Just, "You're fired, sorry." And Ruby at first she was crying and she was really upset about it. She's like, "They fired me." And I started laughing because it's easier when you're on the outside. It wasn't my experience, it was hers. So it was easier for me to be objective and positive. I said to her, can you not see how this is an exact manifestation of your success coming to you? Does a super millionaire, like super successful artist and business owner work at a coffee shop? No. The universe has just given you a gift. You clearly don't vibrationally match that reality anymore. And now she's actually experiencing some incredible things where she's got this whole festival she's planning. It's called Abundance Fest. We're doing it here in Sedona. It's just a $5 entry, so she's making it super easy. I'll tag the information below in case you're curious. It's going to be really fun. But anyways, the point is that she's having all of this incredible success. And what I want to allude to is that you don't know the way the path is supposed to look on the human level. That's not your job. Your only job is to feel good right now and to shift your vibration and to focus on what feels good and appreciate the things that you do appreciate. Because the more you do that, the better you feel, the better things get. Literally. It's crazy the amount of random and insane manifestations that come when you feel good. And it's that simple. So if you're doing something that doesn't feel good, you've got two options, in my personal opinion. And of course, there's a lot of gray area, but I'm going to keep it simple. Because if you're still here in this video and if you're listening and you know that this is meant for you, I promise you that it is. I promise you that this is the moment you really make this choice within yourself. And I promise you that that's all it takes. One single moment, one single shift of saying, you know what, I'm done. Or you know what, I'm going to do it now. I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm going to move on it. I promise you this is for you, okay? You've got two options. Number one, if you're doing something that doesn't feel good, just completely stop. Stop doing it. And completely start doing the things that do feel good. And it is my promise to you that when you really do that, you will experience massive loads of success. Number two, your other option. Stop focusing on the things that feel bad about what you do every day and focus on the aspects that feel good. So again, if you really believe you need to go to this job, if you really believe that that's true, don't jump off the cliff. You will hit the ground because the vibration and beliefs that you have, you will always receive proof that what you are feeling is true. So if you don't believe you have a parachute, you don't believe that the air is going to catch you, jumping off a cliff is going to kill you. You have to know that you have a parachute. You have to vibrationally match that you have a parachute, and so it will be, you see. So the other option, if you don't believe you have a parachute, if you don't fully believe that you'll be supported by the universe, if you're not ready, and I understand because for a long time I wasn't either. Take your time. You're an eternal being. There is no rush, I swear. Take your time. It'll all come in the perfect moment. The other option is to stop thinking about all the things you hate about your life. Stop thinking about all the things you hate about how you have to go to work. Oh, I wish I could do this instead today, but I have to do this. Well, that doesn't feel good to look at. Realize you don't actually have to go. You're choosing to. So instead of saying, I have to go, you realize I could choose to go out today and just call out of work. I could. You do have the freedom to make that choice. You are free all the time. No one controls you but you. You could choose that. Or you can choose to see it as, you know what? I like this reality where I'm supported by this. I like the way it sustains me and my family. I like my coworkers. I like this. I like that. I like that I'm good at what I do. And so I'm going to choose to keep going. See, this is what you really want to do. What you really want to do is vibrationally align with the knowing within yourself that you are the one who is free and making choices always, all of the time. It always comes back to you and it always will. Always. Money is the biggest thing that holds people back from moving towards their dreams. It is. People treat it as if it's a chain. That in our society, the whole way that money is and the way that everything is a prison system meant to keep you down. I promise you it's not. You attract the amount of money that you're willing to allow for yourself. It has always been up to you, and it will always be. There's nothing wrong with money in our society. Do some people obsess about it and glorify it and do weird things to get it? Sure, but that's not you, is it? No, and that's not me either. We both know that we don't have to control anybody else to get our wealth. We both know that all we have to do is feel really good right now and that the rest will come for us. So do what you need to do to feel good in your life. And I promise you, coming from someone who's done a lot of work that I did not like and now am fully supported by my dream job. Think about that. Imagine being able to say to yourself, I am fully supported by doing what I love. I can't believe it. It is so incredible. I'm telling you, it is absolutely insane to be able to do what you love and have that support you. But it's not crazy as in, wow, I got so lucky. It's crazy because it feels normal. It feels in alignment with who I am. It didn't feel normal to wake up every day and go to work for someone else. But it damn well feels normal to wake up with a smile and an inspired idea in my heart and hit the trail and turn on my camera and just go for it. That feels normal for me. What feels normal for you? Do it, be it, allow it. And you will see that it is true that the universe supports you, because the law of attraction is fundamentally good in that it works in all situations. And all the things that happen in your life are coming from the vibration that you're offering. And if you want to learn more about that, you can look at the playlist below. And I highly recommend that if you really resonate with this video and you're really ready to take the next step, you can check out how to unlock your highest vibrational self below. What I share in that is the exact method and steps that led me to exactly where I am right now. And I keep doing it, and it keeps working, because reality is vibration based. It is the mechanics. It is law. So tons of love to you guys. If you've got any questions, you can let me know below, and I'll see you for the next video. See you soon.